for guidance all the time. But, you know, I knew that something, God has given us this wisdom, this brain.
Yeah.
Okay, we can use it to our advantage any single time. And of course, you know, I happen to know one or two things about chemistry. I studied chemistry in college.
Yeah.
I was a chemistry major. I graduated with honors. So I knew that I would find a solvent that would dissolve the glue. And if not, worst case scenario, I was going to cut the hair at the root level, surgically. So not just plan A, I have plan A, plan B, and plan C.
Root level, that means you're going to peel off her scalp some way, somehow?
Somewhere, somehow.
Huh?
Yeah. But at a superficial level, you know, like what we call a split thickness skin graft.
Exactly.
And she will have a wound on her scalp that will heal in about 5 days. She will still grow hair.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
she would have healed in 5 days?
Yeah. You can get split thickness skin graft and it will heal. Worst case scenario, about a week.
That would have still been very painful anyway.
Yeah, it would have been painful, but you know, I always go with the least invasive.
Yeah.
Okay, plan A. If plan A doesn't work, then we go to plan B. If plan B doesn't work, then C.
Okay.
And I had A, B, and C all lined out.
Exactly, but you were able to do it anyway. And then that is when Ghanaians heard about you. I mean, for most Ghanaians, because I'm sure that there are people in your circle who already knew who you were. But for most Ghanaians, they found out that, okay, he's Ghanaian. And then that's when it started. Everybody was interested in getting to know more about you and where you come from and stuff. How long have you been practicing as a plastic surgeon?
I've been in practice since 2006.
2006.
So 15 years I've been in practice.
What led to that interest in plastic surgery?
So when I was growing up in Ghana, I don't know if there were any plastic surgeons at the time, but I first heard about plastic surgeon when a friend of mine, I grew up in Ahojo.
Yeah.
Ashtown.
Oh, not in Tamale.
No, don't believe everything you read on Google.
So you weren't born in Tamale?
No, I was born at G. You know G?
No.
Cath.
Okay, Cath.
Teaching hospital. No,
but you're originally from the north, is that true?
I'm from Ashtown.
Is it?
I'm from Adiaba, but yeah.
Oh, then you need to correct that online as well because it says you're from the north.
Tamale, yeah, no, I read that myself, but I've been to Tamale. Maybe they saw me in Tamale, but yeah. So I was born and raised here. I was born and raised here in Kumasi.
Okay.
Ashtown. Yeah, but anyway, what was the question again?
I was just asking, I mean, how long you have been practicing?
So
what led to the interest in plastic surgery?
I've been in practice for 15 years.
Okay, in plastic surgery, pardon me, yeah.
I've been around plastic surgery since 2000, actually, since 1999. I've been around plastic surgery. 2000 to 2006, I went through my training.
Okay.
In 2006, I got to practice on my own, stand on my own 2 feet. But the interest in plastic surgery dates back to when I was about 12, 13.
Okay.
Operation Smile had come to Ghana. One of my neighbors, they live not too far from me, a good friend, we used to hang out. His sister had acid burns. She's a very beautiful lady. And apparently her spouse or boyfriend, partner at the time, had poured acid.
Okay.
She did not want to come out. It really affected her self-esteem.
Yeah.
And one day I went to the house to go play, and the sister was out, and I said, "Oh, what happened?" And the guy, Joe, actually, yesterday I was talking to his sister. Joe said, "Oh, Operation Smile came and did surgery on her." And I said, "What considered plastic surgery?" That's the first time I heard about plastic surgery.
Okay.
And I said, "Wow, this is pretty cool. I want to be a plastic surgeon when I grow up." So that's where the seed was planted.
So prior to that, did you even have any dream of becoming a doctor at all?
Yes. I like medicine. I used to accompany my grandmother to the doctor, and one of my greatest mentors, and he doesn't know it. I mean, actually, now he knows. I think Dr. Asafo J. in Kumasi.
Yeah.
He had a clinic at Adiababa, which is my village. So I used to go with my grandmother. I used to go myself when I was sick, when I got malaria. And he inspired me. I wanted to be like him because he dressed nice. He always had shirt and tie. He drove a Mercedes, and I wanted to just be like that one day when I grew up.
And then that's how it happened.
That's
so you
how
had to travel out of the country to study medicine at a point, and chemistry as well.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So I went to Prempeh College. I graduated. I taught. I did my national service by teaching physics, chemistry, and math.
Where?
At Aguna SDA.
Okay.
I don't know where it is. somewhere in Kumasi. So Aguna SDA, I did my stint there. And then from there in 1993, I went to America.
Okay.
I attended college at the University of Midwestern State University.
Yeah.
And then from there, I went to medical school at the University of Texas Medical Branch. But in America, it's very different from Ghana. You don't get accepted straight to medical school. From high school, you have to have a first degree.
Yeah.
And most people get their first degree either in chemistry or biology. Most of them. You can study anything. You can study law for your first degree.
I see.
A law is not your first degree. But you can study anything for your first degree. Economics, anything. So far as you take your prerequisite.
Okay.
1 year of biology, 1 year of chemistry, and then I think a semester of math.
Okay.
Advanced math, calculus. And then you pass the MCAT, the Medical College Admission Test. Then you can apply to any medical school. Okay? So from there, from University of Texas Medical Branch, I got into plastic surgery because I knew I wanted to be, to do plastic surgery. And plastic surgery is or was one of the most competitive fields to get in. But with anything, you just have to try.
You can.
You just have to try. And then I did my plastic surgery training at the University of Texas. Then I took a fellowship at Harvard.
Okay.
And from there, I moved to Youngstown, Ohio, where I serve as the youngest chief of plastic surgery at the age of 33.
Okay. We'll come to that. Hold on to all that information. Let's go back to Ghana. What would be your fondest memory as a child growing up in Ghana? Do you remember anything at all? Any fun?
Of course.
Any fun moments?
We had a lot of fun moments.
Tell us about that.
Interco was fun. It was
Interco, yes. Were you the naughty guy in school?
I mean, it depends who you talk to.
Okay, but what do you think? Were you naughty?
No, I was a good kid. I never got in trouble, but I sneak around.
Okay.
But one of my fondest moments, I had a lot of fun moments. Was to go into the river and swim. Okay. And hang out with my friends, trying to catch a crab. Oh,
you're trying to catch crabs?
Yeah, you go into the swamps and you put your hand, but sometimes, sometimes you get a snake.
Yeah.
But those are fun moments.
Okay.
Playing chess, killing, those are things that kids don't do anymore.
Exactly.
And it's sad. It's sad that our children are not playing outside.
Technology, right?
Technology has taken over.
Yeah.
But those are fun. Those were very fun moments for me.
Which river were you swimming in? Is it one of these ones that have been taken over by Galamsey?
No. Okay. But this was over there in Ahunjo.
Okay.
So I don't know how much you know about Kumasi. From Ahunjo to Dabain, there's a dip, and there was a swampy area, and there was a river there. And we used to go hang out there and play, and it was fun.
Have you visited that place recently?
Yeah, I just came back from Kumasi over the weekend. Yeah, so. Yeah.
That's why I was asking what your fondest memories are, because I'm sure once you got there, you remembered all the fun things I used to do as a child. What about when you were in Prempeh College? What did you like about being in that school? Did you even like being in the school at all?
I love school. I've always loved school.
Okay.
Prempeh College was fun. For those of us who did not grow up a lot, I have a lot, but it was fun to be around your friends.
Yeah.
I don't have a crowd to move around, so it was fun.
It was fun, okay.
It was fun to be on campus, be a little mischievous.
Yeah.
Study hard, and I had a great time at Prempeh. All my 7 years there.
7?
Yeah, I did from 5 and from,
Then you shouldn't forget your school's anthem. Let's do that.
Don't put me on the
spot. Even if it's just 1 or 2 lines. You were there for 7 years. You can't tell me you forgot it.
Okay, I got to get a QSC. We have, okay.
Do you remember it?
It will come to me. Give me a second.
I'm waiting. Should I give you beef?
When it comes to, unless you want to stop me.
I don't know that I wasn't I wasn't in Prempeh, so you have to remember. Tell me.
It starts with Mom for. I gotta get a start.
Don't worry, I'm gonna help you.
I gotta get a start.
Should I say hey when you say Mom for?
No. Mom for.
Hey.
Mom for.
Hey.
It will come to
Refi.
Refi.
I don't know Refi. That's how we're for a long time.
I know. I haven't sung it in over 40 years.
Okay.
Over 30 years.
You haven't, attended any of the old boys, meetings and all that?
I did. I did the inaugural. I was the inaugural speaker for the North American chapter.
Okay.
In 2018.
I see.
But it will come to me. If it doesn't come to me, for those of you from Prempeh College, please forgive me.
Yeah, well, we'll see if we can get people to support him.
Because I've been running around all day, but I'm already. But I will tell you, I know some of the words, but I don't know where to start. But some of the words are playing.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to your work as a plastic surgeon and what it's been like in the last 15 years. What has been? Oh, we have the anthem. Hold on, we have it. We're gonna play it for you. So you.
for truth and excellence, to build in us our masculine pride, our motto imbues in us the love of God. Arise and shine, students of Harvard College, trained in love for truth and excellence, to build in us our masculine pride, our motto imbues in us the love of God.
Thank you so much.
Different from that Manfway.
No, this is it.
Oh, is it? So where does that Manfway come in?
You heard it.
Towards the end?
Yeah, I think it's towards the end. Yeah.
Okay, let's Shijama then. Shijama Intercall. You said you enjoyed Intercall.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I was not part of the. I just go and just hang out.
Oh, you were the cool guy.
Yeah, hang out, you know.
Run all the girls and do all those naughty stuff, huh?
I didn't do naughty stuff. I didn't do naughty stuff, but
oh, you didn't.
I wasn't part of the Samamo group. You know, we just go. We're classy. We have fun. We sneak around, do what kids do, and we come back to school.
Don't worry, we understand. We understand what that means. We're playing another one for you, by the way. Do you remember this one? Oh, this is just Jama. This is just regular Jama. But he says he wasn't in the Jama club, so he didn't used to sing. He used to go and run the girls at least.
Yeah.
But let's move on and talk about your work. I was just asking that, what has been the most difficult aspect of your career as a plastic surgeon?
The psychological aspect, the transference. You know, a lot of time when people's plastic surgeon, they really feel like they're with you. That's the most challenging part. Is the psychological aspect of it. But the technical aspect, it's easy. It's not difficult. Okay, some of the most challenging cases I've ever done. The longest surgery I ever did was 20 hours.
20 hours, non-stop.
Non-stop. 20 hours, non-stop.
What surgery was this? What were you replacing?
I reattached 4 fingers. I reattached 4 fingers in 2006.
Was that your first ever attempt?
No. I had reattached several fingers prior to that. But that was that year doing my fellowship at Harvard. A Jamaican bus driver one Saturday was being nice to his wife and decided to build a cabinet. And he doesn't use the table saw all the time. Unfortunately, he cut actually all this.
Oh, from the roots, like.
Cut everything off right here. So we have to put it 1, 2, 3, and 4 back.
But if the bone is broken, how do you reattach?
You put the bones back. So you put the bones back first, and then you put the tendons, and then after the tendons, you put the artery.
Wait, so you have to split the fingers and take out the bone and replace before you...
You have to move things around, put the bones first, and then you use a microscope and bring the microscope in, and then put the vessels back together. You know, we are talking about vessels about a millimeter, okay? A millimeter of it, and you magnify the microscope. So it's very painstaking, and it took me 20 hours. The index finger kept spasming, so every time that we're about to finish, the index finger will turn blue, and then we'll try and put it back.
Okay.
So after the 20th hour, my boss came and said, "Michael, if I were you, I will. You've done enough. You've got 3 on, and so he saved me. You
would have continued, probably done like a whole month.
But and then of course that was very challenging.
Yeah.
Not every plastic surgeon can do that.
Okay.
And then of course I have reattach an arm. Reattach an arm in a 17-year-old kid.
The whole arm?
Yeah, and the arm was cut.
Just from here. You've reattached it.
Yeah. So. I think the video is on YouTube.
Yesterday there was
Jonathan King. I will never forget in 2010.
Oh, I see.
And actually that day I was not even on call, but the night before I had been up doing surgery all night. This is when I was young and I could operate every minute.
Yeah.
And I was about to go home, and I finished clinic early, about maybe noon or 1 o'clock. And as soon as I was about to leave my office, my physician assistant, Candice said, "Dr. Obeng, we got a phone call from downtown, which is the trauma center.
Okay.
That there is a kid whose arm has been cut off." I said, "Okay, good. Just send him to Pittsburgh." Sent him to Cleveland. They said, no, we need you. I said that I'm tired, I'm going home. Candace begged me, said, please, nobody can do this except you.
Yeah.
And that kid owes his arm to Candace. So we went to the hospital in 10 hours.
You were able to...
Yeah.
So yesterday there was a very unfortunate incident that happened on the motorway. I don't know if you heard about it, where you know, a 56-year-old man or so had his legs crashed completely after a truck ran into one of the you know, money collection centers, and so one arm was crushed as well. Unfortunately, he didn't survive. But I just want to understand that, is it every situation where you can replace or reattach the arms, or do you have to look out for certain things?
If it's a guillotine type of, guillotine type of amputation.
When you say guillotine, I mean,
which is like sharp amputation.
Yeah.
It's much easier. There's the success, okay, the rate is much higher.
Oh,
but if it's crushed, when you have a crush injury, it's very difficult because the nerves have been crushed, the arteries have been crushed. And you can still do it.
Okay.
But it's more work. You might have to cut out all the segments that have been crushed and then go to the arm, go find somewhere, to the extremities and find a vein, a long vein, and use the vein as what we call interposition graft, to connect the vessels.
Okay.
And you can do that, but it's much more difficult.
You've had a lot of exposure in America because of the work that you do. And I mean, of course, you understand how the medical system works there. As against coming back to Ghana with your Restore Foundation, that's what it is, right?
Yes.
Because you perform surgeries for people in rural areas and all of that.
That's correct.
What do you make of the medical sector or system in the country?
It's much different from our system. When I say our system, the system that I was trained in. I still don't understand how things are divvied up. There's the Ghana health system, there's the teaching hospital, too much going on. But
the division is too much?
It's too much going on. I don't understand. I don't understand the division, the organizational structure.
Okay.
But medicine is medicine. When somebody's sick, they are sick, you have to take care of it. I still feel like Ghana has a long way to go in terms of infrastructure, in terms of expertise, and in terms of in terms of equipment, so the infrastructure. So we have a lot to, to catch up on.
In terms of infrastructure, I mean, the National Ambulance Service indicated at a point that if you call and you have not secured a bed at the hospital, they will not be able to pick you up because then there's nowhere to take you.
This is not done. This is not a standard practice in the United States.
So do you find it shocking that these things happen here?
It's not the patient. I don't think it should be the patient's responsibility to secure a bed.
But we don't have beds in the hospitals.
That's what I'm talking about. The infrastructure needs to be upgraded. I think we need to, we as Africans, and I say we as Africans because I visit a lot of countries, and it tends to be the same ordeal, that we don't emphasize on health. Our leaders always think that they are invincible, that they're not going to die. But, all these, in the middle of the night, if any of these so-called leaders or wealthy people, if they cannot breathe, and they cannot get help and they think they can get a private jet and take him to London, we are talking about a short window of opportunity. If somebody's having a heart attack, 1/3 of the population, even the Western world, will not make it to the hospital. They will die. The other 2/3 that make it to the hospital, half will die. So what makes you think our chances are great in this country where our infrastructure and what we are equipped with is not up to par?
Yeah. Will that prevent you from wanting to come and relocate to Ghana?
No, not really. If I were to come here, I'll bring everything that I need.
Because, you set up your own hospital.
Of course, my own clinic. Patient safety first. I cannot do surgery not knowing that I have backup.
Yeah.
Yes, I have my own surgery center. It's accredited by the American Association of Ambulatory Surgery Facility, which is the gold standard. And I have 2 theaters in my office. Yeah. 2 operating rooms. We have a recovery room. And pretty much we can run a code, meaning if somebody is dying, is having a heart attack,
then we
can save them. And if we can, of course, the goal is to save them and then transfer them to the hospital for further care. And we have that in place.
Would you come to Ghana? Eventually, do you have any plans of setting up in Ghana?
I don't have any plans of setting up in Ghana.
Okay.
It's not part of my plan.
It's not?
It's not part of the plan yet.
Yet, okay. Well, let's hope that it happens. Quick one, we have to go, but I just want to find out what kind of music you listen to, and do you listen to any Ghanaian songs?
Yes, I like Afro. What do you call Afrobeat?
Okay.
Yeah, I like Afrobeat.
Who would be your favorite artist at the moment from Ghana?
From Ghana, I like Moabi. I like some of Shatawale's songs.
Okay.
I like a couple of Sarkodie songs. And I'm not big into rap, but I like beats. You know, so one of my favorite songs is Jerusalem.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna dance to that. Can we please play that? So we dance with Dr. Michael Obeng.
Jerusalem, but usually I listen to EDM. I listen to EDM. I don't care so much for words. And then I like the old Ghanaian music, like
High Life, like the Kojontri and the Lumba.
Yeah, like, but I don't listen to them. But when I walked into your studio, you guys were
playing
some
an old one.
Yeah,
yes,
and it brought back a lot of memories.
Oh, I see.
I like music, and I like gospel music. I like gospel, but I love upbeat music.
So we're going to dance now, just to wrap up. I wish we could continue with this conversation, but we have entertainment coming up with Miss G. And so Dr. Michael K. Obeng is an American plastic surgeon, and he joined us in the studio this morning. So this is where we get up and dance.